MPs prepare to have their say on Boris Johnson. They will debate the report that found he misled Parliament over lockdown parties.
9 men are due in court in Greece over the sinking of a trawler last week carrying hundreds of migrants.
The mortgage hike headache continues. Good morning. With interest rates expected to go up again this week, we ask how much more it might cost you a month and whether it's best to stick or twist with lenders.
Hello from Dover. This was the start point for a cross-channel swim by the football legend Graham Souness and his team of relay swimmers. They did it to raise awareness of a dreadful genetic disorder. We'll talk to them later.
I just wanted to be part of a fight that helps these poor kids. And in the last 9 months, we've worked hard and we've got here today, and I can't tell you, it's a mixture of elation, but also I'm knackered.
Look at some of this morning's Monday front pages, shall we?
Yeah, this is the Mirror. Lots of papers featuring the emergence of that video showing Conservative Party workers dancing at their own social gathering during the second COVID lockdown at the end of 2020. The Mirror headline is Guilty Party.
This morning's Daily Mail has a similar image from that video, but its main story is about some experts insisting that interest rate rises should be paused to help households. The Bank of England going to give their interest rate decision later this week. One senior broker telling the Mail that the paper that they expect the 13th increase this week and that would be insanity, it says.
Times leads on ministers reportedly considering prioritising British citizens for council housing. As part of addressing concerns over migration, it also has an image, a gorgeous image here. Did you see this?
Yeah, with all
Andy Murray, just at that moment when he realised, as a surprise, that his wife and the children were in the crowd at Nottingham. He didn't know they were there.
And it was Father's Day.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
And one of the most read stories on the BBC News website right now is about the ex-England and Scotland footballer Graham Souness.
Ex where?
Taking...
Ex-Liverpool and Scotland.
What did I say?
England.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not. Taking part in the cross-channel
for that one,
swim.
John.
Get into more than trouble, Sam.
Yeah.
Breakfast has been following Graham, as you know, on his challenge, and we're going to be hearing from him live just after 8 o'clock this morning.
Now, you might remember how last month former rugby league player Rob Burrow, who has motor neurone disease, was pushed around a marathon course in Leeds by his great friend Kev Sinfield. Well, Rob, he obviously enjoyed it because he took part in another event yesterday, but with some much smaller helpers. Rob's daughters, Macy and Maya, pushed him around the fun run section for the annual Run for All race in Leeds. They started fast. They finished ever so slightly slower. They said it was a great way to spend Father's Day together. Their brother Jackson and mum Lindsay ran it too. Well done to all of them.
Brilliant. A full family affair on Father's Day. That's absolutely lovely, isn't it?
Out the front pages of the papers. Let's take a look at the Metro for you first. You're out of order. That's their front page lead, with an apology from Senior Cabinet Minister Michael Gove for what he called the indefensible Partygate video. Well, The Guardian also features the video and says Rishi Sunak's attempts to move on from Boris Johnson have been set back, with police considering the footage. Guilty Party reads The Mirror, who call the video sickening and says it sparked fury among relatives of COVID victims. While the Mail leads with the mortgage crisis, as experts urge the Bank of England to pause interest rate hikes to ease the impact on homeowners. The Eye follows this story as well, with the headline banks told to ease soaring cost of mortgages as rates rise there. And the Express also features mortgages, as it says the Treasury has ruled out home loan help, calling it the most dangerous thing Britain could do. And the Times looks ahead to an expected tightening of rules for migrants so that UK citizens can be the priority for council homes. And the Telegraph looks at Sir Keir Starmer's plan to scrap the ban on new onshore wind farms if he wins the next election in a bid to hit net zero. And take a look at this. There's a new Wagatha war, says The Sun, as it reports Rebecca Vardy is fighting Colleen Rooney over her £1.8 million legal bill. And The Star reports on claims that brewers are lowering alcohol levels to save money. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, scan the QR code on the screen.
Daily Mail have got a picture here of what they describe as the Young Farmer of the Year. Joe is 11 years old.
Wow.
Here he is. Joe
Look at Joe.
Cook, his name is. He's mucking out the animal sheds. He's got the goats in order. He's even on a tractor there with his pet collie as well. But the flat cap suits him.
Is that Joe in the middle there?
That's Joe in the middle, I think, with his brothers, yes.
I love the outfit. They've definitely got the outfit sorted, haven't they? Check shirt, boots and a flat cap.
Emmerdale reboot.
Yeah. Emmerdale, the next generation.
Peaky Blinders edition, yeah.
Really interesting piece in the Telegraph today off the back of an interview in the Times that Emma Raducanu has done, where she talks about, she actually says, sometimes I wish I had never, so I'm not showing you that very well, am I? I wish I'd never won the US Open. She said the scrutiny was so intense after that fantastic victory a couple of years ago. She said it attracted what she has called sharks to her, and she was extremely naive in her own words. And it's the first time I think we've heard her say how difficult that time has been following that fantastic victory. She says it was brutal. And obviously she had that win and then had a series of defeats and now a series of injuries. She said it was very, very, very difficult. I was 19, then 20. Some people just saw me as a piggy bank.
That's tragic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should have been this moment that would be the ultimate that she'd always look back on so fondly.
She's so young, she will learn from that, though.
She will, she will, yeah.